heard you wanna. I heard you wanna chat with your girl. Chat with your girl. Chat with your girl. Chat. Business and beauty, come and confess how you make your money and say yes to the gas.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I am so excited. We have the one, the only Mikayla. You may know her as the viral, successful beauty superstar. You are now a part of the beauty industry. You were discovered and popped off on the one, the only TikTok and became literally an overnight success. And it's been a year. And you have, for those that don't know Mikayla, 4.7, probably 5 by the time this goes up, 5 million followers, 227 million likes. Not only do you have the numbers, but you've won the Emerging Makeup Artist of the Year at the American Influencer Awards. Congratulations! How does it feel to just have been like literally overnight? You were filming in your room at home, and now you have like this whole, you have a beauty room, you have a living room, you have millions of people that love you and follow you. Like, hello.
It doesn't feel real still. I just hit my 1 year anniversary in March a few weeks ago. It's just insane to me that 1 year later and I'm close to 5 million followers on the internet. It's something I never thought would happen to me. So it's still surreal. It's unbelievable to me. And I feel very blessed and very grateful.
Yeah, it's so crazy because we did some digging, girl, and we found your blog.
Oh.
And your blog had so many talks about like your dreams and how you wanted to be a part of this community. And you literally, we scrolled through some of the blog posts and you were like, oh my God, I went viral overnight. I gained 60,000 in 3 days. Like, wow, wow, wow. You said in your blog on July 26, 2019, titled, I have big dreams, ... And then in the last sentence, it says, I dream to make an impact in this industry and show my talent, starting with you. How crazy.
Don't make me cry, Patrick.
Like, I wish I could just read the whole thing, but if you guys want to check it out before Mikayla takes this whole thing down, like, it says, if you haven't already guessed it, I'm a makeup artist. I've been learning and loving makeup since I was 12 years old. I live it and breathe it. I'm not sure where life would be without it. It's so crazy how your dreams since then, you were literally like engraving your dreams on the internet. You shared so much, which I want to talk about a little bit later. Girl, your LinkedIn is on there, is on the internet. You are a professional working woman, and I want to talk about like all your success. Like, what does it take to be Mikayla, the TikTok star now? You're successful, you have brand deals, you have you're signed now, and you just do it all. So talk to us.
First of all, I look to you for guidance more than you realize, because you've been in this industry so long and I respect you so much. I was not prepared for all of this, obviously. So you saw in those articles, like, this was my dream and it's something I always imagined, but I never actually anticipated it really happening. So the fact that it is just incredible. But I've always been a really hardworking person. So, I have a college degree. I was a top student at my university, and I had full-time job lined up, ready to go after school, with a bank, actually. And I was ready to go work in HR for a bank. But obviously, I was really pushing my passion aside because I didn't think I could do it. I didn't think I had the look. I didn't think I had the personality. I am honestly shocked every single day that people like my personality, because it's definitely an acquired taste. It means a lot to me that 5 million people accept me for who I am. And as you saw on my blog, this is just something that I was willing to work for. So that day that I went viral on TikTok, March 2020, I decided to just seize the moment, and I started making TikToks every single day. And I literally remember watching you when I was like 15 years old, and you used to do the Instagram videos and you would make these really funny faces and you'd be so goofy. And I was like, if Patrick can do that and grow into this massive beauty star, I think I can do it too. So yeah, I'm just pushing every day, but I really also want to maintain my authentic self and be genuine. But that's pretty hard, honestly, when you're in the spotlight, but I'm trying my best.
Hmm. What are some of the things that you've learned, like do's and don'ts of like, because literally for me, Patrick Starr is 8 years old. Mikayla, the Mikayla Nogueira, is 1 years old. I think to the internet. I think having been in the spotlight in beauty, having that many millions of views and millions of likes, like what have you learned so far, and what do you want to learn?
Well, what a lot of people don't know about me is that I grew up very, very shy. I struggled really bad with social anxiety. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and I was also just a loner in a lot of ways. And, I was the kid sitting alone at lunch in school. Like, I just was really shy and did not like to put myself out there. And that was pretty much from elementary school to high school. So when I blew up on the internet and I suddenly had all these eyes on me, it was a lot. And it still is a lot. And it gives me a lot of anxiety. I have anxiety every day about being in the spotlight because I'm not someone who loves attention. I've always just been like very solo. So it's so different. And I've had to really learn to be okay with it because I love makeup so much. And it's such a strong passion of mine that I would do anything to share that passion with people, even if it requires me to come out of my comfort zone. And that's been a major blessing for me. And if you watch my TikToks from beginning to now, you can almost see my social anxiety becoming less and less. It's helped me come out of a shell that I never thought I could come out of. It's kind of like a fake it till you make it thing. And now I'm totally comfortable on camera and I actually love being on camera. But I've definitely also had to learn like how much of my life can I share without receiving criticism or whatever it may be. But I've had to learn that like you're gonna always have eyes on you. You're gonna receive criticism for lots of things, and you sort of have to just know your worth and know yourself and not forget who you are. I've had to just really become comfortable in my own skin. I'm still in that process. Like you said, I've only been in this for a year and it's not been easy, but it's been spectacular. So I'm slowly every day growing and becoming better and better at it.
It's so crazy because for me, when I started like doing YouTube and Instagram, and I was like, oh my God, I'm making money doing this, there was a part of me that was like, oh my God, I'm like insecure and this and that. But also, there was like, this is a freaking job. Like, they're paying me, we're getting paid to show up, So, do you have that mindset now as Mikayla, the homegirl? Massachusetts versus like Mikayla Nogueira, the beauty star? Like what's your day to day like? Do you wake up and channel your inner demons, or do you just wake up and clock into work 9 to 5? Because you're very, very active on TikTok, and I'm like, how the fuck does she have all this time to do part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5? I'm like, how does she do this? So I'm waking up next to you. Like, walk me through a day.
Sure. So I'm definitely like a workaholic. Not in a bad way. I usually get up between 6 and 7 a.m. every day. What I'll typically do is get right to filming. So I try to plan my videos a week in advance. So I'll create sort of a playlist of, what videos I'm going to film Sunday through Saturday. I try to take a day off, but I'm not very good at it because I just
Oh
love
my
filming so much.
gosh. Wow.
I know my friends have to force me to take days off. From usually 7 to noon, I'm filming. So in that time, I'm filming my TikToks. And then from noon to 1, I'm trying to figure out Instagram content, whatever that may be, stories, a post. And then from 1 to essentially 5, I am posting the TikToks, interacting with followers, answering all my emails, going into meetings, whatever it may be. So I try to make it like a 7 to 5, but sometimes I struggle with that and I'll go past the 5. But it's a full-time job. It actually is. I've had a lot of jobs. I've been a career coach. I worked at Journey Shoes. I worked at Ulta Beauty. I worked at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. I was an intern at a radio station. I've had lots of different types of jobs of all different types of industry. But I have to say, this particular job, it's my favorite I've ever had, but it's also the most work. It's a lot of work. It's awesome. It's fun work and it's work you enjoy doing. But wow, it does take a lot of effort and energy. And I say that in the best way. Yeah, it's like crazy how much time I put into it. And a lot of people say like, well, you don't have to post every day, but it's like I want to. I don't know if that makes sense. And I'm not burnt out at all. Like I love film and I literally get so excited to wake up and do it.
Wow. When did that mindset happen for you to wake up at 7, do that schedule until 5? Was it like in March when you first started? Like, okay, I'm going to try this 7 to 5? Or because you were still in that transition of like still living at home, you were not making money on this because you had just started. And you were, I think, like kind of working at Ulta or starting to work at Ulta at that time. When did that work mentality come in?
So honestly, I actually get it from my mom. So
Oh.
she's a teacher and also a florist, and she works wicked hard. But in high school, I got up every day at 4:30 a.m. to do my makeup because the bus came at 6, and
Oh my
then
gosh.
and then I would go to school till like 1 or 2. And then college, I had 8 a.m. classes. So I would get up at 6, go to classes until 3 or whatever. And then I also worked 4 jobs while I was in college. So I was always working. I always had to have a schedule. So I've always been that way. I'm very type A, like very like on a schedule. We have to have a plan. Like I cannot go with the flow.
That's crazy. And so you're happy with your schedule so far.
I like to be scheduled. It makes me feel comfortable. So yeah, I like sticking to the schedule as much as I can.
Where do you want to go like from here? Like what's your like ultimate goal? Is it a brand? Is it a collaboration? Cuz you're so huge and so many people love you. You've shared so much. You have multiple pages. Like your blog, I think just looking at your blog alone, I was like, "Damn, this bitch can write. She can really write." You were talking about some crazy topics on there. I was like, "She's really talking about this date, this roommate that went to jail." And it's just so crazy. And I think that's when I took a snapshot. I was like, oh, this bitch knows how to work. She really gets her coin. She gets her bag. She really knows what's up. Where do you want to go? Like, what's next?
Yeah, so a lot of people have been, where's the collaborations? Where's your makeup line? Where's the merch? But I think a lot of people don't realize that I've only been in this for 1 year and it takes so much time to do all of that stuff. All coming, and it's coming rapidly. Like I'm not even kidding, it's right around the corner. The collaborations, the merch. I've definitely been talking to people about having my own brand, but it's definitely down the pipeline. I'm just I really want to enjoy being a content creator right now because I don't want to go too fast. I definitely want to seize the moment in every way I can, but I'm just like really enjoying like where I'm at now. There are so many things coming and I'm so excited for people to see because I've been working really hard on it for the last year, and it's things I'm really proud of. It's like everything I could want in a collaboration and in merch and whatever it is, but it's coming and I'm so excited for people to see.
That's crazy because it's so funny. Like, I just started my own brand, One Size, last July, and I had already been 7 years as Patrick Star online, and I have had collaborations and on YouTube and also cosmetics. So it's been like a crazy journey for me. But I can imagine having been 1 year into it and already having all of this at the fingertips and also so fast. So I can imagine like how you're wrapping your head around everything.
That's the thing. Like I have not wrapped my head around it at all. I still feel like such a regular person, and I still feel like this isn't even real. I'm like, when am I waking up from this dream that I'm in? Even when I go out in public, like if I go shopping or out to a restaurant, and when people come up to me and ask for like a photograph or just come up to tell me they're a big fan, that stuff like shocks me. Like it's just crazy that I'm at that level where that's happening. It's insane, but it's awesome. It's really exciting.
Do you have any crazy fan encounters that you've met? Kate, that any stories?
Well, so I live in an apartment, but I live in a pretty big complex, and I have to go get my mail every single day down the street. And I guess one day one of my neighbors like saw me, and they ended up like knocking on my door.
Oh
And
my gosh.
yeah, and I answered the door, and they were like, "Hey, I live right there, and I just want you to know I'm a really big fan." And I was like, "This is scary, but I appreciate it." I totally understand why a lot of the bigger beauty influencers have like security or like live in a
Mhm.
really secure area, because sometimes I'm a little scared that people are gonna like figure out where I live and like
Mm.
stalk me or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was filming a YouTube video one day and there was a knock on the door and it was this little boy, 10 years old. And I live in a small complex and I was like, oh my god. He's like, hi, I'm a big fan. And I was like, oh my gosh, where's your parents? And he was just by himself and and I signed something for him. And it's just sometimes you question, but it's cool to see like the demographic that you're able to reach and see, because they really love you. And I was so shook because I was 30. It was like last year. I was like, I'm 30. What is this 10-year-old boy looking up to a 30-year-old man? It's just so insane. Did it click for the people around you, like your friends? Can you talk about what that's like? Like how did you deal with the fame and the success with people around you? Like, did your mom get it? Did your family get it? Did your close friends get it? What was that like?
So my parents are in their mid 60s. My dad doesn't even know how to use a cell phone, needs help anytime he goes on the computer. So he, it took a really long time, and I'm talking a really long time, like 8 months maybe, for my parents to start understanding. And I didn't even tell my parents I was quitting Ulta because I knew they would be really scared and like freaking out.
No way.
Yeah, because they at first they didn't understand like, how is this a job? Like, how are you going to make money? How are you going to secure your future?
How
And
did you tell
then,
them?
I, so basically, I handed my dad my first ever contract with the with the amount, and he like lost it.
No way.
Like read the number, and he was just in shock because he did not expect the number he saw, and he was like, is he did not believe it. He literally thought it was fake. And then he's like, Mikayla, you need to quit your job at Ulta right now. And I was like, oh.
Aw.
It went from my parents not really understanding it at all, and not really being that supportive, to being really supportive and being like my number one fan. So I'm so happy that they had that turnaround, because I was a little scared, because I obviously need my parents to have my back, you know. My friends, believe it or not, a lot of my friends are guys. I think that just goes along with like the type of personality I have. They don't get makeup at all. So none of them wear
Wow.
makeup, but they think it's wicked awesome what I'm doing. And all my friends that are girls think it's really cool too, and they're very supportive. Anytime I have, you know, a PR haul video, they'll come over and help me open the boxes and help me do all the recycling, because it can be a lot. And friends come over all the time and they'll help me organize my beauty room and stuff. They think it's really exciting. Like when I told people I was coming on the podcast, like they were like, really? Like Patrick's dad knows who you are? Like, so they think it's really cool.
Aw, that's cool. That's crazy. One thing that surprises me, because I've been in the industry for so long, I've seen cancel culture. I've seen damages of how much people share when things bite them in the ass. How do you know how much to share? Because you just showed your man's face, girl. You talked about the going on dates, which was, I felt like we were on The Bachelorette watching you, like, I'm gonna go on this date, guys. I look sexy. You share your body confidence, your bikini. I literally thought you got hacked because there was another page with like less followers than your current page. And I was like, wait, this bitch is eating. She's like eating on another TikTok. And I followed that one too. So you shared your eating disorder, your bulimia, how to build confidence. You share your body. You share your man. You share like your growth, your beauty room, your process, like everything that is not beauty. I feel like you've shared, and which is so like commendable to me that you're really sharing. So what's your take on being vulnerable?
Yeah. Are we allowed to swear on this?
Yeah, fucking swear, bitch. Go the fuck off. Talk however the fuck you want, bitch. We're open here. Yeah, it's the only place I feel like Patrick Star can fucking swear, bitch, because I get slapped in the hand if I do it anywhere else.
What I was gonna say is cancel culture. It scares the shit out of me. Like really bad. I get wicked bad anxiety about it like every single day. And poor Cody's probably sick of me talking about it. The weird thing is, so I've been watching YouTubers for over 10 years. Years ago, and I'm talking when I was like 13, 14, 15, cancel culture was not a thing. It was not a thing. There was such an amazing, beautiful beauty community, and everyone was just making these beautiful tutorial videos on YouTube and all that stuff. And cancel culture just didn't exist. It was only until recent years that it really like it's become like normal, and
And you
it's really
saw it. You
scary.
saw it all unfold.
Oh, oh, I I've seen a lot, and it's scary because I just have seen a lot of people canceled for things. I believe in redemption. I totally believe in redemption. I believe if someone tries to cancel me for something I did when I was 13 years old, that's ridiculous. Like, I'm 23. Of course I've made mistakes in my life. Of course I've done stupid shit. Like, and I've even talked about it on my TikToks. Like, I'm not perfect. I have a strong personality, and I can be sassy. I can even be mean. And that's just like who I am. I'm a masshole. Of course, I've said things wrong, and I've apologized, and like I've yet to be, knock on wood, canceled.
Mhm.
I just want to talk about makeup and
Mhm.
share my passion, but at the same time, like I love sharing my life. I love talking about the dating process for me was so fun, and all the different dates I went on, and just the fact that I was able to take people on that journey with me up until I found Cody, my current boyfriend, was so fun. And like the reason I made my Eat with Mikayla page to talk about my eating disorder and stuff is because I've had my eating disorder for 6 years, and I've really gone through it with it, and I just want to share like my story in hopes to help someone else, because eating disorders are real, and I want people to see that and understand what they are, and how we're all in this together and we can overcome that kind of stuff. The hard thing is, like, in the beginning I would share a lot. Like, I would share pretty much every detail, but over time it just got kind of hard to hear certain criticisms. So then I started sharing less, and then you keep getting those criticisms, so you share even less, and then people start saying you're not relatable anymore. It's just hard. It's really hard to like know the balance of like how much you should share, because at what point are you sharing too much, and at what point are you no longer relatable, you know? So I think I've found a pretty good balance, and that's why I made the Eat with Mikayla page, so I can do different content on a different style of page too. But yeah, I still love sharing things, and I'm trying really hard, but at the same time I don't have thick skin. I do not. So I'm trying to get thick skin though, but it's not easy.
It's so funny that you talk about like having thick skin and being confident and building confidence, because it's like you say like I do have a personality that has an acquired taste. I can be mean, I can be bold, your accent's very strong, you're a masshole. And then it's like I'm very sensitive at the same time, because I think at first glance it would appear that you're just a strong masshole, confident, badass bitch with the smoky eye, the lashes, the brows, like the gorgeous face. And it's just so crazy that people assume like off the first look. And so I think that's the one thing with the internet that I hope people can consider, like just understanding the situation, that this is a dream of yours and all of that. And what's crazy about your career right now is that you have so much content, like literally every day, and now it kind of makes sense from like 7 to 5. Do you have any plans to go outside and prioritize other platforms beyond TikTok, or is TikTok your go-to right now with both pages every day, and Instagram, of course?
Yeah, so I definitely would like to grow on Instagram a little bit more. That platform is like changing right now, and becoming very video forward instead. So like I'm learning about that. I also just joined Clubhouse, which I think is a really interesting platform. It's very different, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. My dream overall throughout all of this has been to do YouTube. I really badly want to be a YouTuber. I think YouTube has changed a lot, and it's not the same as it was, 10 years ago, 5 years ago, but I see a lot of potential in the YouTube, and I want to do it. And I just need to create like a studio. I'm actually moving in September, and I was thinking once I move, I can create a studio for myself, because right now my beauty room is pretty small. Like I can barely walk in the room. Like it's very narrow, and it's just not enough space to like film. So I think I'll set up a studio. I think I'll try YouTube, see what people think, because people ask me all the time, can you make videos longer than 60 seconds? And obviously YouTube would be the place for that. So we'll see what happens. I don't know how to edit videos. I don't know how to film videos. I don't know how to do any of that. So it's something I'd have to learn, but I'm really excited to learn and see what could happen with that.
When I tell you YouTube is such a fun way. I think I learned so much about myself through editing myself. I learned how to speak better. I learned to look at the camera better. I learned how to pronounce things better, talk about product better. Because before I had a whole Patrick Star team and a one size team, it was just me, myself, and I. So I feel like it'll be an exciting time for you when you do start. So you think September you'll launch your YouTube channel or around later this year?
Yeah, that's when I'm gonna move. So I'm hoping to find a place that has a big enough room for a studio. And I've learned a lot about lighting. Lighting is so important. Like right now, my beauty room has a very large window on the wall, and it really messes with my lighting and makes it really poor. So I think I'm gonna try to look for like a room with no windows and see what I can do, or just buy a sheet. I don't know, but I'm learning.
Yeah. What is your biggest advice? Let's say I am 13 or 14 years old or 15, right? And I want to be just like you. Like what advice, and I'm really listening to Mikayla, like what would you say to get to your level and be a full-time influencer? Because now you're a full-time influencer. Like what's the playbook or what's your advice?
My honest advice is, well, two things. One, you need to work your ass off. Like, I'm not kidding. Post as much content as you can, diversify your content. Obviously, the niche is likely going to be beauty, makeup, whatever. If that's the case, try reviews, try tutorials, try transition videos, try all different types of content. For me, I think having a personality, a unique personality, is really important. If you're really shy, it can be a little bit difficult, but I was really shy, but obviously I had this like a really cool personality hidden underneath that. You have to just be okay to come out of that shell, because everyone has something to offer. For me, it's, there's a little bit of humor in my videos, there's a little bit of sass in my videos. I try to be really honest in my videos. If you can just have something unique and something special in those videos that you're making, or in that content that you're making, it's going to make a big difference. Patrick Sty is obviously very unique in a bunch of different ways, and that's why he blew up the way he did. For me, I think most of my followers, I feel like, are from New England, and that's such an awesome thing for me because I have so much support from where I am from. And it's really awesome that, yay, there's a beauty guru in Massachusetts.
That's crazy. So is the blog gonna stay up? Like, are you gonna keep it up? Because girl, I think they're just gonna run to the blog. There's just so much. It's cool to see you in writing. I was like, oh my God, it's like you write so well. You were a writing advisor consultant, I think I saw. And I was like, this girl can write. I can't imagine her emails. Like, it's just so clear and concise. And you're very articulate for such a young entrepreneur.
Thank you. Yeah, I always wanted to write a book. I love to write, as you said. So that's why I made that blog, so I could actually write about makeup instead of just talking about it and doing it on my face. I'll leave it up. People can look at it. I think
Aw.
the only thing that people will be a little shocked by is that roommate story, but
I think that is a YouTube video, get ready with me, and a TikTok, and also the other, what was it, the crazy story that you dated a child molester, bitch. Like, what the hell, Mikayla? You were on Omegle. Like, I am spilling all the tea. But I think that's what is a part of your success. And, the podcast Say Yas, YAS, stands you are successful. And I think you are successful because you've been so vulnerable. You have a point of view. And when I was looking with my producer on these blog posts, I was like, she dated a child molester. She had a crazy roommate that went to jail. She has this date. She has beauty. She has skincare. You literally share so much. And I think you're just like the perfect girl next door that people like love and relate to, of this generation that's new, like on the rise. And I think it's so, so, so sickening.
thank you. Yeah, I just want to be myself. I want to normalize that I'm not perfect and that I've done stupid shit in my life, and so is everybody else. And I've had a lot of crazy things happen to me in my life. But yeah, I just want to be myself. And I'm happy that I was able to like write those blog articles because people loved reading them when I was posted on there.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
stopped doing it when I blew up, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I think one of your last blog posts was like, oh my god, I blew up overnight, 60K in 3 days, and then you like did another post of you, and it's been a year since, and so the blog's kind of been like in limbo because you've been having all these channels, moving, the success, leaving Ulta, and everything like that. But I think like the just listening to you and watching you grow is, it inspires me to keep going, to tackle social media, because I think for so many people, even myself as a influencer that has been in the game for close to 10 years, it's scary. You know, you want to curate your life a certain way. You don't want to get canceled, so you watch what you say, you watch what you do because you don't want to get canceled. You don't want to be exposed for the wrong reasons. But it's like, how much should I share so I don't get canceled? It's kind of like this unique balance. But I think for anyone listening, you just have to, like my latest campaign, you have to march to the beat of your own drum. You really do. And I think you're the perfect example of like really owning who you are. And it's just so cool how you shared, and it's just amazing. Really amazing.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
We have a segment called Doing the Most. Are you ready to play?
Sure.
Doing the most, bitch.
Who do you think is doing the most?
Oh. Oh my gosh.
It can be good, it can be bad. Whoever.
I'm gonna say myself.
Yes, bitch! You better work. You are doing the most. What means the most to you?
At this present moment, probably my boyfriend Cody.
Aww. So sweet. We all love him. Oh my god, this is a funny one. I think we need to know. When were you the most messy?
Messy? Probably when I was in high school. I was a shit show.
Crazy. Were you a cheerleader or part of any clubs in high school, band or anything?
In high school, yeah, I was in film club, I was in National Honor Society, I was in student government, I was in the Diversity LGBTQ plus Alliance Committee, I was in DECA, which is like a business association. I was doing it all.
What the hell? Yes, you were very student gov NHS kind of girl. Always staying after school, doing the most.
Yep, and I was in band. I did play clarinet.
Oh my god, like me!
Yeah.
Crazy. What's the most expensive thing you have?
Oh my gosh. Probably my car.
Oh yes, you bought a Mustang?
Dodge Charger.
Dodge Charger, yes. Oh my
My
gosh.
sophomore year of college.
Oh my god, crazy. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. You're such an inspiration and a superstar. I cannot wait for everyone to see the collabs, the merch, the YouTube channel, the success, the big ass house, like the growth. And I honestly, personally cannot wait to meet you and just have dinner and whatever you'd want. I'd love to show you around Los Angeles. If you guys don't already follow Mikayla at Mikayla Nogueira for literally so many sickening looks, tutorials, all the content. She works 7 to 5 every fucking day. Mikayla, we thank you. You are a success, and thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. It's been so fun.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of Say Yes to the Guest. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast and follow at Say Yes to the Guest on all social platforms. Remember, you are successful. Now go out and be the bad bitch you truly are. Can't wait to chat with you next time. Bye.